Hello and welcome to the Hotel Figueroa. I'm Lauren Mack and today I'm going to take you on a journey of the rich and historic downtown Los Angeles. Come on, let me show you around. Our first stop is my favorite, the Hotel Figueroa. Your new home away from home is a cool downtown LA hotel with a rich historic story. Hotel Figueroa opened in 1926 as an exclusive women's hotel by the Young Women's Christian Association, better known as the YWCA, and was financed, built, and operated by women and served as a safe haven for women travelers. Over the years, the hotel continued to be a special place for women. In 1933, women painters of the West were featured in the lobby, and Friday musical evenings were presented by the one and only Miss Daisy Sinclair. The hotel kept its socially conscious and political image into the 1950s. Many prominent female and male international leaders and officials of the YWCA, YMCA, and the Salvation Army stayed at the hotel over the years. Press conferences were often held in the lobby and in private rooms. Intellectuals gave speeches regarding racism, sexism, and other socially conscious issues of the time. In 1952, the hotel needed to reinvent itself again. This time, bathrooms were added to every guest room and a large pool was built where the YWCA used to be. In 1978, Uno Timonson took over as leaseholder and would operate the hotel for 36 strong years. During that time, he transformed the entire property with Moroccan-themed designs and furnishings, and the hotel served as an affordable boutique hotel for tourists and an amazing hangout for locals. Throughout all of these adaptations, the strong architectural elements of grandeur, safety, and inclusiveness serve to keep the hotel viable and relevant. Today, the thriving arts and dining scene, along with the growing demand for hotel rooms in downtown LA, has inspired the newest owners of Hotel Figueroa to undergo a comprehensive revitalization to restore the hotel back to its original Spanish colonial decor. Hotel Figueroa is both a blend of old and new, creating a space that is respectful of where it came from and yet undoubtedly contemporary. A property that is both inspired by its own history and inspiring to those who walk in its halls. Santee Alley is at the heart of the sprawling garment district. Each day, hundreds of shoppers come here in search of a bargain, both wholesale and retail. Of course, the best day to shop at Santee Alley is a Saturday, but make sure you bring a fistful of cash so you can bargain with the best of them. Originally established in 1913, the Flower Mart has flourished thanks to Japanese-American entrepreneurs. Lying at the heart of a very large wholesale district, it supplies wholesale flowers to florists throughout the region and is busiest between 3 and 8 a.m. Our next stop is the Music Center at the Civic Center in Little Tokyo. The Music Center opened in 1969, and this was the home of the Academy Awards for years. Now, the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion is the largest of the three theaters. The pavilion is named after the widow of the publisher of the Los Angeles Times, who was instrumental in the fundraising for the complex. The center structure of the complex is the Mark Tabor Forum. This intimate theater in the round is often used for experimental productions. On the north end of the complex is the Amundsen Theater, which can seat 2,000 people for drama and musical productions. Right next door to the Music Center is the beautiful Disney Concert Hall. This 2,400-seat venue is home to the LA Philharmonic and was built by American architect Frank Gehry. Right next door to the Walt Disney Concert Hall is the Broad Museum, home to LA's most contemporary art collection. Now this is a must-see, and guess what, guys? The admission is free. The Japanese American National Museum is a former Buddhist temple that was built in 1925 and now has a new modern facility next door. Opened in 1992, the museum is the first in this country devoted to the history and contributions of Japanese Americans. The design of the new building includes a curving glass edifice that reflects the older building. The new facility is designed by Gio Obata, who also designed the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. Now you may recognize this next building, the Bradbury, because it's been in many, many Hollywood movies, from Lethal Weapon 4 to Pay It Forward to The Artist, which won 5 Academy Awards. In the historic core, the Bradbury Building, built in 1893, is one of Southern California's most remarkable architectural achievements. Bradbury asked junior draftsman George Wyman to construct the building, and he accepted after consulting a Ouija board. Wyman was inspired by a book he read that described a utopian civilization in the year 2000. The interior of the court is flooded with natural light. Los Angeles has the second largest jewelry district in the nation, right after New York. In the heart of downtown's jewelry district stands the Pantages Theater. It was once one of the city's most prestigious vaudeville houses. Theater manager Alexander Pantages built the 9-story structure in 1919, making it the 16th in a nationwide chain of over 80 theaters. Pantages also built theaters on Broadway and on Hollywood Boulevard right here in Los Angeles. In the 1940s, Warner Brothers bought the theater and named it Warner's Downtown. Although it still has its WB shield, it's been sold many times over. In the 1950s, it became a church, and in 1988, it sold for $16 million and turned into part of the jewelry district. The Orpheum is one of more than a dozen movie houses on or near Broadway that are listed on the National Historic Register. Historic photos confirm that the building today is almost the same as it was 50 years ago. The theater opened in 1926 and has hosted various performers like Eddie Cantor, the Marx Brothers, Jack Benny, Sophie Tucker, Will Rogers, Sally Rand, Lena Horne, Count Basie, and Duke Ellington. The last of the great theater organs on Broadway was installed in the Orpheum in 1928. The $1 Million Theater opened February 1st, 1918 at a cost of $1 million and was built to feature silent movies. After a major remodeling of the building, the theater is now available to host special events, and the upper floors and offices are residence. Even Nicolas Cage owns a penthouse suite. In the Arts District, you'll find Hauser Wirth and Schimmel, a cutting-edge art gallery known for its innovative exhibitions. However, this building was once a historic flour mill. What was once a police car warehouse in the historic Tokyo district was reimagined into the world-famous Geffen Contemporary at MoCA in 1983. California's own architectural genius, Frank Gehry, was the mastermind behind its beautiful transformation. Now, this building took over 4 years to build and is home to MoCA's amazing gallery and even more amazing gift shop. Angel's Flight is a railway built in 1900, which connects Bunker Hill residential areas to the shopping, entertainment, and financial area below. For over 100 years, it has been a great tourist attraction in downtown Los Angeles. Olvera Street was originally known as Vine Street or Wine Street because of its location near a vineyard and a winery. Historic Olvera Street originally started in 1930 and serves as a major entertainment center and cultural attraction. Now on Olvera Street is LA's oldest surviving residential building, Avila Adobe. It dates back to 1818. The oldest religious structure in Los Angeles is the Plaza Church, dating back to 1822. In 1985, Father Luis Olivares declared the church a sanctuary for Central American refugees and the undocumented immigrants from Mexico. Completed in 1939, Union Station was the last of the grand urban rail terminals built in the United States. Its architecture is significantly unique, and its exterior is landscaped with enormous fig trees, Mexican fan palms, birds of paradise, ginger, and orchid trumpet vines meant to provide a fragrant haven for travelers. Today, it's still a thriving hub for out-of-town and local commuters alike. Chinatown encompasses several blocks along North Broadway and Hill Street. It is home to a Chinese population of about 15,000 people and also fulfills a major tourist function. The Convention Center is just walking distance from the Hotel Figueroa and is one of the largest convention centers in the country. There are over 800,000 square feet of floor space. You could fit over 14 football fields inside its walls. Just north of here is the iconic Staples Center, which opened in 1999, where the Clippers and world champion Lakers and Kings call home. Just a few steps away from the Hotel Figueroa is LA Live. This is a thriving, bustling epicenter for all things fantastic. Hotels, restaurants, even theaters. But keep your eyes peeled, because from athletes to movie stars, you never know who you'll run into. The Pantry Cafe. This classic restaurant was opened in 1922 and is well known for its pretty greasy food and not so friendly waiters. But don't let that fool you. This place is packed all day long, 24 hours. You got to get here early because they don't take reservations. And there you have it, guys. I've shown you all of my favorite spots right here in downtown Los Angeles, but I want to encourage you to go ahead and take a tour of your own. Check out the restaurants, the live art, and of course, some of the fun sights to see. And make sure to share your experiences with our guests. Guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and we'll see you soon.